Hello guys, welcome to Firebase Tutorial Series. In the last video we learned how we can make user registration to our Firebase console, and in this video we'll see how we can make user login in our app. So when the user is registered, he can log into our app. So that is what we'll be learning today. So the first thing we need to do is create a interface for login. So we'll create a new activity. So this is your package and right click on it, go to new activity and select empty activity. Now give this activity a name. I'm giving like login activity and click finish. So this is the login activity and this is the layout file. Now we need to enter email and password, and we need to also create a button. So the layout is exactly the same way created in the main activity. So to make it quick, I'll copy this. So copy this, Control C and paste it here. Control V. Sorry, it is a Mac. I'm using a Mac now and I'm calling the command key to control. So anyways, let's change the IDs, and it doesn't matter, but it should make some sense. So this is the sign up and the text would be not have an account, sign up here, so that when user will tap this text view, he can navigate to the registration activity again. And we can also change the ID of this button, like this is for sign in, so ID should be sign in. This is good. Now we can also add a large text here, drag it here, we can call it user login. The same we will add to the registration screen so that we can differentiate. Let's call it user registration. Okay, now let's come to this login activity. First we'll declare the objects the same we did in the last tutorial. So private button sign in, private edit text email, private edit text password, and the last one is our text view, private text view sign up. Now we'll initialize the view object using find view by ID. So edit text email equals to edit text find view by ID dot edit text email, same for password and button and our text view sign up button sign in. Okay, now this is a button sign in, so we need to cast it to a button, and this is text view and this one will be text view sign up, and this will be edit text password. So we have initialized our views object, and now let's attach the listener to button sign in and text view sign up. So button sign in dot set on click listener, this text view sign up dot set on click listener, this. Now this is giving error because we haven't implemented the interface. So implement the on click listener interface. Now we also need to override the on click method. So click alt enter, implement methods, and okay. So the method is overridden now. Now we'll check here if view equal to button sign in. So we'll call a method, let's say user login. and if view is equal to button text view sign up. So we'll start the activity, new intent current activity context, and if the sign up is clicked, we'll start the user registration activity. So that activity is main activity dot class, and we also need to close this activity, so we'll call method finish. So this is now let's create user login method. So create here Firebase private void user login. So first let's get the email and password from the edit text. So create a string email equals to edit text email dot get text dot to string dot print. Same for the password. Press command D and copy it quickly. Password. Now we can check if the email and passwords are empty. We can do this by copying this code quickly and progress dialog as well. Actually, we are doing exactly the same we did in the last tutorial. So copy this, Control C and paste it here. So we also need to create a progress dialog so that when the user is getting logged in, we can display a progress dialog. So create a progress dialog here, private progress dialog, initialize it here, progress dialog equals to new progress dialog this. Now we need our Firebase auth object. So again, inside the class, let's create private Firebase auth. Now we need to initialize this object. So Firebase auth equals to Firebase auth dot get instance. Now with this object, we can call the method sign in with email and password. So we'll do it here. Firebase auth dot sign in with email and password, and this method will again take two string arguments. The first one will be email and the next one is the password. Now we can also track the completion of the execution of this method. So for this we will again attach the same listener, which is add on complete listener, and this method takes first argument as the activity context, so we can pass this and the listener. Oops. So we have the listener, and this method will be called when the sign in will complete. So inside this method, first we'll dismiss the progress dialog, and then we can check the completion is successful or not with this task object. So write if task is successful, we can start the profile activity. We also need to track if the user is already logged in or not. So inside on create we'll write if Firebase auth dot get current user, and if it is not null, that means user is already logged in. So we can directly start the profile activity here. Now we don't have a profile activity right now. So first let's create the profile activity. Again, go to your package, right click, new activity and empty activity. Now give it a name. I'm giving profile activity. So this is our profile activity. Now again we'll create a linear layout here. So drag this linear layout vertical here, drag it to the center. Now inside this we'll create a text view. So large text, text view ID, let's change it to text view user email. and when the user is logged in, he obviously needs to log out. So we'll also create a button, and let's put the text log out here. So replace this new button to log out and the ID log out. This looks good. So we'll start this activity when the user is logged in. So come to login activity and start the activity. You can start activity, new intent, and as you can see right now we are inside this on complete listener, so we cannot pass this to pass the current activity context. So we can use get application context or login activity dot this, so you can use anything. So write get application context and the profile class, so profile activity dot class. Before starting the another activity, we should finish the current activity. So this method will close the current activity, and the same thing will do on here. If the user is already logged in, we'll do the same. So copy this, command C, and paste it here. So login activity is ready. Oops, we did something wrong. Oh, it should be edit text password. We copied it from main activity and here it is correct. Anyways, let's continue. So login activity is ready, and inside main activity we'll start activity when the user will tap the login button, so he should be navigated to the login activity. So new intent this and login activity dot class, and again in the registration screen we can check if the user is already logged in. We can directly navigate him to the profile activity. So if, or just copy the code we have written on login activity. So copy this and paste it here. Now if after the successful registration, we can again start the profile activity. So paste the code here. Actually we don't need this if this time, so remove this. So we are finishing the current activity and starting the profile activity after successful registration. Now inside profile activity, again we need to declare the Firebase object. So private Firebase auth and text view user email and button logout. Okay, now quickly initialize the views. Text view email equals to text view find view by id r.id. Oops, id dot text view user email. Then for the button, find view by id r.id dot button logout. Attach the listener, implement the listener class, sorry, interface. Method. Now let's check with the Firebase auth. Oh, we haven't initialized this object, so write Firebase auth equals to Firebase auth dot get instance. Now if Firebase auth dot get current user is equal to null, that means user is not logged in. And here we'll start activity new intent the login activity again. So this and login activity dot class, and we'll also finish this activity. So I'll finish here. Now if the user is logged in, so the code will not come inside this if, so we can directly create a Firebase user object here equals to Firebase or.get current user, and we can set text view dot set text uh, welcome and the email dot get email. So the code is ready, I guess. Let's test it. So click here on play and okay. Gradle has an error. Text view sign up. So to login. This is text view sign up, and oh, this U should be capital one. Now let's run again. Oops, we have. I'm already logged in, so click on logout. This is not working. Let's check the code inside profile activity. We haven't. Oh, we haven't called the logout. So if view equal to button logout, we will call the logout sign out method from Firebase object. So Firebase auth dot sign out, and then we'll finish the current activity and start the login activity. This login activity, sorry, new intent, this login activity not class. Let's run it again. So click on logout. Yeah, I'm logout. Now this is the user login window. Let's create a new account. So we'll create a new account, like let me put my father's email or some random email 12345 6 and click on sign up. So we have successfully signed up, and this is the email with which we registered, and let's click on logout. Let's test the login now. The email was asu@gmail.com and password was 12345 6. Click on sign up. It should be signed in. Anyways, oh, we have written triple S, so now this is correct. Yeah, working fine. So I'm wrapping up the tutorial here, and in the next part we'll do some more things like password reset and integrating analytics and many more Firebase features. So this is it for now, and Please do like and subscribe my video if you like it, and see you next time.